Pesci, and this is Barnes & Noble Tagged. The countdown has begun. Readers took off on the dragon-riding bandwagon 5 years ago with Eragon. Then they devoured Eldest, the second in the inheritance cycle. Now, fans are waiting with bated dragon breath for Brisingr. And we've got someone with us who has intimate, insider knowledge of the book and the incredible story of the creator of the inheritance cycle, Christopher Paolini. Christopher Paolini was just 15 years old when he finished his first draft of Eragon, the story of a young farm boy who is thrust into greatness when he discovers a dragon egg. Once the egg is hatched, he and his dragon Saphira must free the realm of Alagasia from the clutches of the ruthless King Galbatorix, or die trying. It hit the bestseller list in no time. Paolini then followed up with his second novel, Eldest, in which the excitement continues as Eragon takes on another tyrant. But chaos and betrayal plague him at every turn, and nothing is what it seems. Now, the highly anticipated third book in the inheritance cycle, Brisingr, is just days from its release. And we have with us someone who knows the book possibly better than anyone, except the author himself, Christopher Paolini's editor at Random House, Michelle Frey. Michelle Frey, you have been tagged. Thank you so much for being here.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, all right, so come on. What can you tell us about Brisingr?
Well, there are going to be a lot of big surprises in Brisingr. We're going to spend a lot more time with our hero Eragon and with his cousin Roran as well. And there are going to be many twists and turns and adventures, of course. But to preserve the pure reading experience for the fans, I can't give away too much more than that.
I knew she would say that. I just knew it. All right, this is the thing. Now, this was supposed, the inheritance cycle was supposed to be a trilogy, right?
It was.
But now this is, you promised us this is not the end. Brisingr is not the end.
This is not the end.
Okay.
There is going to be a fourth book. It has now become the inheritance cycle. And as he was working at the beginning of the third book, he said to me, Michelle, I actually think this book is going to be shorter than Eldest. I don't think there's enough story there. And as he wrote and wrote and wrote, he realized, oh my gosh, not only is this book going to be longer than Eldest, there's so much material to talk about that it's going to take 2 books to do it properly.
Oh my gosh, so, okay, so here he is. He writes this at 15.
Yes.
He publishes it himself. Tell me, and you know him, right?
I do, yes,
Tell
very
us
well.
about him. I mean, what is this? He's a genius, right?
Yeah, he actually really is. Christopher, I think one of the most amazing things about Christopher is, you know, he was writing by himself alone in Montana when he was 15 years old. He has a wonderful, wonderful family, and he kind of got plucked from this very different, very quiet lifestyle into becoming a best-selling author, which is really exciting. And the amazing thing about Christopher is he really hasn't changed in terms of the core of who he is.
How old is he now? How long has this whole thing been going on?
He's going to be 25 years old later in the year.
Wow. Now get this. Christopher himself will be participating in our fantasy and science fiction book club this week. Now, you can join him online by going to bn.com/bookclubs. Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
I feel like we know
me.
Christopher better, and we don't know much about Brisingr, but a little bit, all right? I'm sure that Brisingr is going to be another huge bestseller that fans will finish in the blink, wait for this, of a dragon's eye. Did you like that?
Excellent.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Barnes & Noble will be celebrating the September 20th release of Brisingr by hosting special events in the stores. Select stores are staying open late on Friday, September 19th, and hosting midnight release parties. Some stores are also hosting release parties on Saturday, September the 20th. All right, now fans of Christopher Paolini can get more information by going to bn.com/inheritance. And here's a bestseller I bet you've never heard of that includes a dragon of sorts. It's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson, the latest Barnes & Noble Recommends selection. An engrossing debut thriller, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, is the first book in the Millennium Trilogy, which has been an international sensation, with all 3 books becoming massive bestsellers in their native Sweden and throughout Europe. It features an unforgettable heroine, a brilliant 24-year-old punk goth computer hacker and private investigator named Lisbeth Salander. She tracks a serial killer through a dangerous maze of business, political, and family secrets. Swedish author Stieg Larsson was a crusading journalist who took to writing crime fiction at night. Tragically, He died at the age of 50 of a severe heart attack and never lived to see his books top the bestseller list. But his literary legacy will continue to live on. Books 2 and 3 in the Millennium Trilogy are slated for U.S. publication by Knopf, and the series will be adapted for film by the Swedish production company Yellowbird, beginning with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo in 2009. To find out more about this and other Barnes & Noble Recommends selections, go to bn.com/recommends. Okay, we want to know, what's your favorite fantasy series? Go to bn.com/tagged and cast your vote. We'll let you know the results next week. Last week, we asked you, what kinds of books do you think could best help you do it all? The majority of you said books about balancing career and family. Well, the Barnes & Noble booksellers are right. This book is unputdownable. I think I'm just gonna get comfy and finish this before I go home. I love my job. See you next time on Barnes & Noble Tagged.